Hello, everyone. Been a while. I have no excuse, and I don't really have anything to say. I just didn't record anything. I think it's your fault if you really think about it, though. So, anyway, you know, I don't really know what to say. Sorry, I guess. Don't really have any games I can record. But I got a new one. This one's actually pretty new. Expecting a thousand views. Gonna go up massively in subscriber counts. It's gonna be awesome. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Um, I played a little bit before. I don't know how loud this is gonna be. Actually, let me turn this down. Oh, please don't. Okay, can I not change the music volume? Okay, so I can't change the music volume. That's... Okay. I'm gonna do something. Let me just... I'll turn this down. Worst comes to worst, it'll be too quiet, and you know what? That's an easy fix. I'll turn my mic down a little bit to compensate. That should be fine, I think. But, yeah. So, I played a little bit of this game just to see if it would, actually function. It was running suspiciously well, so I'm assuming this is gonna be good, and if you're seeing this episode, you'll see more. Yeah, so I'll let this cutscene play.
The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide. But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Yeah, so, we already know he did it. He has the gun. That's never been done in Ace Attorney before. Episode 1, The Adventure of the Great Departure. Might I add, that is a stupid name. And I hate it, and therefore this game sucks. But I'm gonna play it anyway. God, this text is so fucking loud. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m., Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants Antechamber 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. And by the way, this is literally as far as I got. I just wanted to see if it would function as a base. So expect a drop in quality when models start showing up. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? That's court, buddy. I fucking hate to break it. Who's that guy? He looks... Okay, well, there he is again. What? That's the bailiff voice. It definitely fits. Oh, no, nothing. Savior glares. Murderer! Toxic for what, dude? Relax. Sorry. Don't say sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Ryunosuke. I don't know if you say the U, man. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. defending myself like Ace Attorney. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. I don't know what voice to give this guy. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Man, this guy just looks cool. I like this guy. He's probably cooler than I am ever going to be. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Ha ha ha. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not! You have to believe me! I didn't do it! I could never murder someone until I do. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... What does he mean by that? I believe you. Yeah, I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Yo, dramatic Ace Attorney background fade out. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. He said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. So was he just saying that out loud? Was he just talking about him in third person? Was he? 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. Looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse your... No, wait, this is... Fuck. Voices are hard, man. I never do this. As you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you. I'm proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. Is that why his headband's always fluttering? Ugh. Burped a little bit. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it. You don't want to go there, man. Stay away from anything British, please. For your own good. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. And then he fades away. He's not feeling so good, one might say. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Man, this introduction is so much longer than the first Ace Attorney game. My god. I haven't even seen the court yet. Asogi, may I have a word? Actually, that might be the right voice completely. I was just making that up. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. If he's a professor, I feel like you should know him already. I see. I'll go at once then. I don't want to do a girl voice. I can never do a girl voice well. I shall accompany you. That's her voice. It's great. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes. Thanks, Kazuma. And there she goes. Please don't tell me she's gonna be my partner. I don't want to voice her. Hello. Ugh, this is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhito, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikitoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikitoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Can we play the game, like, please? Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. That's a little harsh. What? Ah, as I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. Then why did you tell me? Why would you do that? He's agreed to defend me knowing that if he fails his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overstudy's study. Fuck. I'll pretend I said that right. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about... I can't say the word peculiar. I struggle to say that word. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. Well, can they get underway, please? But, then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right? So... as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not, do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Finally. Jeez. Ah, it would seem our surreptitious discussions are about to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Say I do. That's awesome. Cool. Please don't summarize. I don't care. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. I'm gonna defend myself. It's gonna be an Ace Attorney, I believe, 2 moment? Is it 2 or 1? Whatever. This is it. If the trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. What's more, he'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. I'm gonna say, like, I agreed to defend myself. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. A trial that would decide my destiny. Finally, we can play some Ace Attorney. Jeez, that took so long, and for what? Like, did the Kazuma not getting to go overseas thing really need to be added? Like, I don't get it. 22nd November, 9 a.m., Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2. I feel like Kazuma could have just been the character he plays in the tutorial. So this is a courtroom. He is very alert, I'll say that. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. I forgot Payne was the tutorial guy. I know some things about this game, but not much. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. God, I sound like an anime narrator. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense. Before we begin, there's one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to the trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I'm obliged to ask for final confirmation and now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Oh, this is where I say I do. This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... say it anyway, it'll be funny. I need to answer quickly. What should I do? I do! I do. Enter. There we go. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense. This man said yes. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikitaba told me everything, just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. No, it's not that, really. A little gay there, man, relax. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikitoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really? Man, he even sounds cooler than me. Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Is that so, Naruhodo-san? Huh? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. God, it really is just like Phoenix. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court. And he's really Mr. Payne. He must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed. As you are now no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judiciary of Japan. Does he not know what he did? Why is he the prosecuting if he doesn't know the crime? Accordingly, the very high standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear? Defended Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times. This is literally the beginning of Ace Attorney 1. Phoenix forgets, now he's gonna forget. But, wait. Now he's drawing a blank. I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of E. If you find that you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. You just have to press E for the court record. Alright, there's no time to lose. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press Z to go back. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. I didn't look at it. Hang on, wait. I was trying to, move, but it wouldn't let me. Why is it WASD? Alright, whatever. John H. Wilson. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press R to present. Try it now. Alright, let's see the line. Let's see what he's working with.
Yes.
God, his line is yes. It's so lame. Phoenix's take that is so good, and this motherfucker's just got yes. Come on, man. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yuma University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally, and as most of you will be aware, we've just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. I love friendship, that's awesome. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yuma University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? Ugh, but I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. Then why is it taking so long? In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it not? Isn't it? Fuck. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman, but he's British. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me in here. It kind of seems like they will, though. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh, yeah. Good, this again. Oh, dear, look at the time. I better be going. I want to play the game, please. I want to do Ace Attorney. I want to, like, press and stuff. Oh, my God. British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. I guess it's not incredible to think. I hate thinking. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. What a terrible decision that was. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. And that's the end of that, I guess. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. I literally forgot we were doing the question for competency thing. This is taking so long for no reason. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death. Well, obviously, that was the gunshot, because I remember it from the intro. Ryunosuke. Remember that in court. Every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Oh my God. Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. I sure hope I don't get this wrong by presenting something funny. Nah, I won't do that yet.
Yes!
I hate that line. The yes is so lame. Well... He's looking through the papers. I like that animation, actually. According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile! That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor would dissect corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. He's been studying law in Japan. Shouldn't he know that already? This so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. This so-called photo. You know, they're saying it's a photo, but, like, is it? I don't know. Looks a little fishy to me. I'd edit a fish on there if I knew how to edit. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this in modern scientific evidence into the record. Why does he specify it's modern? Added to the court record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clear the spirit of a drawing. The detail's incredible. Probably because it's a photo. Very well, I'm satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without farther ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it, then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikitoba? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course! When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Can you help me play the game? Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. This guy's like Edgeworth, but he's an assistant. It's awesome. Witness, state state your name and occupation for the court, please? Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called Le Carnivore. Okay, he's dying. Are you okay? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery 3 days ago. Understood. Kushinaga-sen, will you kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident? At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have a few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Why is his objection to that yes? It just sounds like he's agreeing with him. Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. Wow, I really did give him a fitting voice. I didn't realize that. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But the next time you interrupt at an appropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today. Even though you just fucking said that, I want to confirm it again, I guess? Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did you just say? I see the contradiction as well. There was no one else around that table. What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? That's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I feel like being funny.
Yes.
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. I wonder if he knows something. I wonder if he's lying. Do you guys think he's lying after he did a dramatic glasses push-up that every anime villain does? Do you think he's lying? The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to. Let me see. Ah, sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once! Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Oh my god! Is he okay? Jeez! Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card is... He's still coughing. Okay, I get it. He's coughing. Relax a little bit, please. So... The court has now heard a process of the case. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on that trial today. Yeah, but it wasn't me, bro. Come on. Seems we're looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency? If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. You cretin. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to court. The voice was weird there because I didn't know he was speaking at first. But I'm more sworn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. Oh well. What do you think I should do, Kazuma, my friend? Oh, fuck it. What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? What a loser. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikitoba said it, so is the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Owachi, please continue with proceedings. Well, you were warned. Young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. Wow, I hate this guy, jeez. Ugh. I'm feeling that right now, man. In a few shortened moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. So says I. I call my next witness. Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. Who the fuck are these guys? Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir. The great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Isaya Nosa, reporting for duty, sir. Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises on the 2nd District. Kiryoki Korta, at your service. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take the tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always past noon, and not infrequently converse with the interested parties regarding the curios in which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnivore. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnivore because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this atrocious innocent incident. Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir! It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearms, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during the last thing he said. Yeah, I didn't know what that was, but I guess that was supposed to be there. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. Soldiers claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir! Yes, sir! Standing by ready to report. Sir! Is that a baby crying? Unsavory memories of a most arctic afternoon. We're finally on a testimony, bro. Jeez. But I'm gonna save it here. Because, oh my god, that took so long. Like, how long was that? Like, let me check. I just saved, I don't care. That was 42 minutes, and I just got the first testimony. But, I mean, yeah, I'll check the recording and everything, and if everything's good, well, we'll be starting another series. Thanks for watching. See you later.